Jeff Henton does need my help because he's got brain damage. And Michio Kaku's an idiot, and Elon Muscatel is that. Guys, causality. When you give, they judge Amy's kids. And I'll admit Kelly Jack Green is a dumbass. Okay. And it's probably going to take a while for him to recover from dumbass through biological and psychological conditioning over thousands of years of dumbass, right? And when you leave people to their own devices and they feel they have the freedom to do whatever they want and they don't understand causality because they don't take time to sit down and reflect about eternity, submit to faith and infinite glory, understand relativity in your actions and how everything has an action and a reaction, reflection, and stuff like that. So when you get people, like, you get these kids and they'll drink or drug themselves to death or fight and fuck and kill themselves to death, right? And you get some people, I can do whatever the fuck I want. No one can stop me. I'm badass. And then you get the, like old Nietzsche, well, rules are put into place for the mediocre to hold back the exceptional. I agree. You guys set up rules that money's real and God's a figment of my imagination, and you mediocre are not letting the exceptional help the children live excellent lives, because exceptional is, they made rules for mediocre to go to Mars and go to the moon, build a landing pad on the moon. And we're fucking up planet Earth because mediocre made rules for the exceptional for nobody to know who he is in New Mexico, and he's got ego problems. I get it. Nietzsche is a genius, right? Then let's listen to that fucking Nietzsche and be the best fucking German philosopher we can possibly Martin Luther be. Justification through faith, right? You're obnoxious. You bet your ass, Elon Muscatel. I'm obnoxious. Go live in your $50,000 boxable home and hide from people that want to kill you because you build equipment to kill them to keep yourself rich because of your rules put into place for the mediocre to hold back the exceptional. Your goals old Element. I can tell them apart. Really can tell them apart now. Element's skinny and has a different orange to him. Butters has white around his legs and is not quite as skinny. So I can definitely tell them apart. Element's sleeping in the cat room and Butters is sleeping in the patio. Yeah, they're two different. When you get a good look at them and you can watch them for a while, you can really tell them apart. It just takes a while because they're both so recluse. You can't get a good look at them long enough to tell which cat is which. And now, no, that's Element. And Butters has the white down on his legs and is not as skinny. And Element is orange, as Natalie would say, all the way down, and he's skinny. And so yeah, I can tell them apart big time. I don't have to look at the eyes, see if they're green or yellow, light. I can say, okay, that's Butters, that's Element. And I can tell the cats apart. It takes you a while. Because there's, like I said, it's mostly because they look alike and they're so recluse. Which one did I just see? What was he doing? They're goofy. Betsy wants to meet Butters. Element, I already told him, man, you do that shit to Betsy, she ain't gonna let that shit float real quick. Hey, in my house, you treat me with respect, and she did. And he avoids her. So does Butters, but Betsy goes out and looks for Butters. And she tries to find him. She sits and waits on the patio and waits for him. And he won't come, and she goes inside and sits on her chair because he doesn't hiss at her. He's just real shy. I think she wants to meet him. I think she'd be buddies with him, but he's too shy. And I tell her, he ain't coming on the patio until you go inside. Yeah. Yeah, he's Kalijah, and you're the Indian maiden over at the antique store. Yeah, sorry, baby. It's like that. Well, they put rules in place for the mediocre to hold back the exceptional, Betsy. What can I say? We think in time. Dad's looking forward. He goes, I hope in time that they can all hang out on the patio together. That would be kind of neat, that they get used to each other enough. Because both of them are kind of recluse and she's not a bully. And as long as Element, I tell him, just don't at her and she won't have to kick your ass. Don't front on her and she was static. That's Betsy static. Don't start none. Won't be none. She's cool. I like her. She's a pretty cool cat. She's just, just don't fuck me and you don't have to get your ass kicked. That's our Betsy. Yoshi was like that. Yeah, she reminds me of Yoshi in a lot of ways. Don't start shit with me and I won't have to kick your ass. Because she would, she'd sit, the other cats, and they'd come by the bowl. It was hilarious. There'd be the food bowls, and Betsy would sit there, or would say that. She's the bully of the, I know she is. I've watched her. And I tell her, Yoshi, that's fucked up. Poor Enigma can't eat. Scaring Enigma to death. And then there was Nani, and Yoshi was bigger than Nani. And Nani would walk up, hi, Yoshi, I'm Peter's favorite. Oh, I'm going to eat from my bowl. How are you? Boy, you're looking awfully intimidating. I'm not worried. I'm Peter's favorite. That was Nani, man. She was the coolest poodle ever. The best baby cleaner in the world. Natalie was always covered in food because she was the sloppiest toddler baby eater ever. And she'd be clean in 1 minute. And Nani loved Natalie, and Natalie loved Nani, and Noah loved Nani, and Nani loved Noah, and Nani also loved, did she get Emmy time? Yes, and loved Emmy, and Nani also licked Kate clean too. So Nani loved all the kiddos. Yeah, she didn't get to meet. She passed away before old Crummy Cake. Yeah, she had passed away. She'd gotten too old. She was a sweetheart. She was one of the sweetest little baby cleaners in the history of baby cleaners. Yes, her name was Nani. She was in a bad situation, and Amy rescued her. She stole her. She says, people were mean to her, so I took her home and took her to Dad, and Dad rescued her. Well, because Dad took care of her. Amy did that with everything. She'd come home with animals, whatever, and stuff like that. She brings them home. Me and Peter take care of them. Yeah, she doesn't have time to be responsible. She's just got to be the hero. She's the hero. Now you take care of it. It's like on TV. All the heroes on TV. Okay, now put them into therapy. Give them drugs. Have them do artwork. It's okay. Just live the Lord's Prayer, hero. Saves on a lot of fucking therapy and professionals. God damn, saving us from professionals. One dumbass and dickhead at a time. Yahweh. Carol. You cool? Yeah. Okay. But I can't say scientific and exponential growth and what's that biological cycle? Like I can't stay that way at a time. I'm a pragmatist. And when I talk to people, it's basically, you get what I'm talking about? Yeah, I do. These assholes always make it seem so complex that you'll never be able to figure it out, and you won't be able to understand eternity if you tried. And you might as well just go drink yourself to death and pay them money to do it, and then thank them for the health care or for the drugs to just die after you fucked each other to death. Right. That sucks. I know. But don't kill them, because if you kill them, it's still not going to give the people of the world forgiveness and the Lord's Prayer. All right, so don't try to physically kill them. Don't try to hunt them down. They're like that. You're going to have flying washing machines running around the house of the world in Boxables and Teslas, asking everybody for $250,000 and say, those people are a threat to the environment because they're archaic and won't drive vehicles that aren't a threat to the environment. Could you make them affordable? No. Money's real. No, it's not. No. Share, care, give, and accordance to need, built to last. Yeah, that King Solomon was so much more intelligent than all the assholes like Michio Kaku, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy, all Nobel Prize winners. Yeah. Share, care, give in accordance to need, built to last. Care, share, it should be more. Care, share, give in accordance to need, built to last. I'm getting those cross-mogenated. Yeah, you have to care first, then share. Give in accordance to need, built to last. Right. So the left tackle might need a tad bit more food than the wide receiver, and we understand that. But when he gets older, the left tackle, it's like, we're going to have to get you up and move you around or you're going to die from heart disease real soon. Okay, cut back on the fried chicken. Were you trying to kill me? Okay, you want me to have less ice cream sundaes and less fried chicken and ride the bike like Mario Puentes? If you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But it's like, there's just certain things that certain people do and they're good at when they're young. And then when they get older, his kiddo's doing it. And you're kind of like, we really, really care. You're given accordance to needs, going to have to kind of like readjust. You're going to have to change your portions. My dad does. He eats less now. I eat less. I just eat bigger portions, and Anna's told me about that, and I'm like, yeah, you think you're Suzuki there and shit? Man, you are cute. She is so cute. You should eat smaller portions. It's easier on your digestive system, and you've had a lot of chemical poisoning from people that hate you because they're disgusting. I know if it didn't happen, you could eat more because you could work it off more because you could exercise better. But you have to assess your situation and realize you're dealing with selfish dickheads, and they're not dealing with you because you're not. Yeah, I'm having to deal with them. Yeah, well, that's why I'm fixing their technology, and they don't have a ghost of a chance, space ghost, of quote beating me. Guys, if they blow it all up because they don't want to lose, we won't be around to feel sorry about it. Have faith and jump. Guys, if I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her, and they blow up the whole planet because they don't want to live Parsons' truth, okay? None of us will have to suffer their abuse. And life's eternal and grace is infinite. So don't be afraid. That's how they keep you. Under my thumb is the squirmy dog who just bought her snacks wrapped in plastic. Under my thumb is a Pokemon who wants to not evolve and stay Pikachu forever. Okay, grow up. Come back when you grow up, girl. You're still living in a paper doll world. Growing up ain't easy, love is twice as tough. Come back, baby, when you grow up. Right? You're looking real good like a woman now. Your mind hasn't gotten the message somehow. You'll someday be a woman ready to love. Come back, baby. I'd love it if you get your very first heartbreak somewhere else along the line. Right? Come back. It's hard because of their brain damage, and the brain damage is insidious over tens of thousands of years. And then they always sit there and say they're not worthy of life, they're not good enough, they can't figure it out, they're too stupid. Okay, what other choice have you given them? Like Zach said from Radio Probably Reach in Sierra Vista, what other choice have you given us? I just hate all the rich white folk that hate to admit it. They won't do it for my city. This is my motherfucking city. I won't do it for my city, so I'll do it for my city. You know? It ain't cool, but it's real, right? He knows it's the Wi-Fi capital of head fuck and mind fuck of the world. It's a real tough place to live. Okay? Cruces, Sierra Vista is probably worse than Cruces. Well, because Sierra Vista is just, you'll never win because Sierra Vista's always head fucking people, and we threaten to kill everybody if Sierra Vista doesn't get to head fuck every people. It's like, you're pathetic. It's like you're the guy who gets to fuck all you. He's the guy who comes up with the date rape drug, and you're the guy who goes, we fitting to run a train on this bitch, come on over, and use his technology to get all your dogs in heat to come fuck her while she's drugged. Okay, Bill Cosby? Tell Beverly Johnson I said, hey, if you stand up for the Lord's Prayer, you don't have to be a fashion model, and you don't have to get date raped and fucked by a bunch of assholes that you wouldn't have sex with if you were sober. Gypsy, she's tipsy, she drinks too much. Woman no sober. Title IX. The WNBA wants to make as much money as the NBA. Okay, money's not real. Just play basketball. Put your peaches in a basket. And if you can't do that to be healthy, fuck you. Okay, well, here's your date rate drug. Hey, we finna run a train on this bitch. Come over. Yeah. Such classy people. All those icons you all want to grow up to be like. Such classy people. Yeah. I remembered that in high school with certain things, and running a train on the bitch, and I was like, and the one little girl that they said was a sexual predator because she had learning disabilities. She had a real nice figure. They kept hitting on me on the bus and kept telling me about the 3 rocker dudes that talked shit about her and made fun of her. So they took me to their house and they all had sex with me and they video recorded it. And at the end of the video recording, they all make fun of me because they went into the kitchen and started putting a banana in and out of my vagina. And I sat there and I said, oh my God, that's horrible, baby. Please don't tell people about that. I understand that they talk about it and stuff, but you don't have to tell everybody. God, that's horrible. And she was like, basically what she was saying is, you're a nice guy and you're really kind. So, why don't we go to your house and have sex and you won't video record it and put a banana in my pussy. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But maybe you could find a really nice guy that won't video record you and put a banana in your pussy. And maybe you'll find a different topic of conversation in order to have a trusting relationship, in order to have a safe sex life. I hate the United States of America. I hate Andy Warhol culture. I hate Edward R. Murrow award-winning fucking reporting. And I hate the Walter Cronkite award. I hate it. Hate Oscar, hate Emmy, hate Tony, not Emmy the girl, but Emmy the award. Hate Tony the award, not Tony the girl. Hate Oscar, not Oscar the guy who threw the bigoted drill sergeant out the window, but Oscar the goddamn gold award. You suck. Okay? Golden Your Globe, Sundance Film Festival. Fuck you too. Screw you, Benny, and not Benny Medina. Why? Because it's not that kind of movie. And I don't want them flirting with me like all the gay fucking reservation sales agents at Southwest Airlines. I mean, it ain't that kind of movie. I want to go love my girl. Yeah, shoot your shot? No. It's uncouth and very uncool to see if a guy got the rings on the other finger. Where is it? I don't know where I am, but I know I don't like it. Live the Lord's Prayer, then decide how you want to have affection in a world where people are truthful, right, gracious, and good. You know what feeling good, we could, we should, we would. Stop. Think for a moment, okay? And now sway while we convey that you must do away with all the stress and the strife and reflect the blessing of life and use kindness, never blindness, and you will find that this perspective is best. Check it out. These are the words that we manifest. We manifest. I like Pascal too. Do you understand? Okay. Fucking tired. I'm going to take a nap. I was here getting Portales caught up, and I was sleepy. I was getting sleepy. I turned on the air conditioner, and I'm less sleepy. But I do need a nap, so I got to sleep for about 2 or 3 hours and then go out there and get my sun vitamin. And we'll soak tonight and shoot hoops, and we're on this pattern. But then we'll catch Las Vegas, New Mexico up tonight, and then we'll get to 2-a-days, and then we'll get on some kind of a pattern, because I'm in control of the quantum computing and they're not. And then we'll see how well the quantum computing can work with the robotics, especially in the Far East, to radically change the dynamic of abuse. And then once that domino starts to fall, once the TikTokers are living the Lord's Prayer instead of mind-fucking their populace with ego problems, that's going to have a ginormous effect on Donald Trump's porno stash. Yeah. And the Obama's book selling deals and marketing deals. Yeah. Tell Harvard I said fuck off. Thank you. Hey, cabron. I'm in Yale. Pick up the phone. I need Yale money. Cabron. Money's not real. Forget the interest. Hey, I'm no longer in Yale. Right, you're no longer in Harvard either. Oh, the Ivy League is gone. Disappeared. I would recommend probably dismantling almost all those buildings and those campuses. You don't want to leave a memory of those people all discussing people's lives as if they were a science project or a commodity. You don't want to leave those kind of, it's not a church. Okay. Yeah. It's not the kind of building you go in there and you're like, there's, like on, that's solid mahogany right there. That when the sun hits those hills right there, those hills sing. Okay. Squeaker, squeak, squeaker, squeakin' with water slide. Right. So it's Harvard, Cornell, Princeton, Dartmouth, Oxford, Cambridge. No. Okay, just memories of people making deals to continue mythology and using science to correct religious mythology problems. There's a lot of buildings you just might want to tear down. And there's tons in Europe and all across it. Yeah, you don't want to go in that building. You don't want to go in those rooms. The Medici. Machiavelli's writing his book in that room. His manifesto of mass murder through strength, through manipulation with mythology and money. And eventually science will be used to take this, dynamic and bring complete order to the world through the rules of the mediocre to hold back the exceptional, because Jesus is a cartoon character and Muhammad believes in cartoon characters, and Haile Selassie is crazy, right? Turn the voices off in my head. Please give me electroshock therapy and medicine. I don't want to hear the truth anymore. I want to accept lie. I work at New Mexico State University. Remember that with those professors walking through the MU? And they were all cocky. Well, I take the lie pill because the Rockefeller Foundation pays for this school and my job. So you can appear intelligent to a bunch of people that will kill each other over money. Right, and I appear like I'm crazy trying to protect children from being assholes like you. Okay, I don't have to take the blue or the red pill. Because I'm not a drug addict addicted to killing people over money. So fook you and fook me. No, twins, Basil. That's okay. I'll take one. Me for me and you for you. Okay, come on, Fook girls, let's go. What kind of name is Fook? The best kind. I don't want to fook you. I want to love you. Okay, well, your name is Parsons now, so it's Parsons me and she married my cousin. It's Parsons you. Parsons me and Parsons you. Thank you, me. Thank you, you. Okay. Holy preacher of us instead of Fook. I like that lots better. Me too. Yeah. Okay, Michael Myers. No making jokes about sexual dysfunction for money. Okay. Boo, boo, boo. I like Soul Bossa Nova too. George Clinton. I was never particularly fond of George Clinton's music. No. I did not like Parliament. Flashlight was tolerable. But it's not like, oh, wow, I really like this song. Food. Just like I didn't like the Ohio Players very much. I was like, I love Roller Coaster. Ow, Roller Coaster. I love. And I'm like, I like Blue Magic and Marvin Gaye, the dramatics and stuff better. It's everybody is entitled to their opinion. But when we're not doing things for extortion, exploitation, and irrational attention seeking, I'm sorry I screwed up. They kept saying Hank Ballard in the middle. Hank Ballard in the middle is this, here comes Johnny, here comes Sue. It's finger popping time. I feel real good, and that's a real good sign. Says, oh, the dark side. But yeah, they all had dark sides behind that stuff. Drugs, sex scandals, suicides, they all do. Okay, it's all part and partial. The whole genie gig. Okay, phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty living space, right? Oh, the wonders that I find in my mind. Yeah. I like Glenn Holmes. That's a good song. Yeah, my Jerry Javier loves that song a lot. I do too. Ba 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 ba. All the wonders that I find in the playground and where the children laugh and the children play. And they sing a song. It's a good tune. Yeah, it's really cute. There's a lot of limericks that you're just like, I love Mas Kanata. Anybody else like that? Yeah. I will always like that limerick. And I imagine that a lot of kids, okay, this is what our family was using to try to survive hell because they're being denied the Lord's Prayer because people are nuts. Is that Elias Yoder guy? Is he really Amish? Wow. My, have the self-righteous have fallen. Like, what? Get money and buy guns. It says that in the Bible. If it's not in the Bible, they don't have it. Get lots of money and buy guns. Stockpile guns. Kill people over banking money with guns. Oh, it says that in the Bible every other chapter. Oh, yeah. Usury and idolatry are a human invention to try to deny us faith in the truth of creation and should be abolished from the face of the earth by despising it in yourself and teaching your kids to despise it themselves and pass on the faith of Adam and Eve eternally and not be tempted by the bullshit invented by Lucifer that Lilith accepts. Wait, I'm sorry. What Bible were we reading? I don't read the Bible. No. I can explain to you the Bible better than people that read it excessively and compulsively, like someone who wants to play football for Vince Lombardi, where winning's not everything. It's the only thing, right? I've got 6 Larry O'Brien trophies and more money than a dumbass should have to get prostitution sex anytime I want it. Damn, Charles Barkley is a dumb human being. That is a very dumb human being. That man is dumb. I mean, he's so dumb. He's dumber than Leon Spinks. Driver's license? Once we forgive debt and trespass, love on eternal faithful pace, care, share, given according to need, built to last. Okay, about the only thing that man will be driving is a golf cart. Yeah. And he'll live in a golf cart golf community. Well, we'll still have those goofy ass things because as long as there's crazy Scrooge McDucks out there that used to think money could buy them all the sex they wanted, they still going to want to knock a ball in a hole. They're going to want to put something that they think makes them feel successful and powerful in a hole because the girls are going to be like, no. Gentlemen only. Ladies forbidden, right? Yeah. No strap-ons here. Only the real deal. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, Fook you and Fook me. It's Parsons you and Parsons me. I like that a lot. Okay, guys, it's funny. No, it's well, I was getting that last night in the barn. We were talking about things at New Mexico State, right? And when we were talking about the conversation that Danny Ainge was having about Flip Sanders, and he was talking about the bureaucracy of the players' union stuff, the guys who can keep and can't keep, because you have to keep Mustaf, and you can't keep Courtney, and you want to keep Courtney. He got lucky. Yeah, Drew and Mustaf talked his cousin into killing his baby mama, so he didn't have to honor Mustaf's contract, so he could sign Joe Courtney. Yeah, a lower round draft pick that wasn't covered by the big schools that work out the money deals with the players' union. Oh, kickbacks, right. SEC, ACC, Pac-12, you see what I'm saying? And so he's sitting there talking about bureaucracy, and I'm going, okay, I already knew about this because I had a friend named Mike who got drafted by the Phoenix Suns many years before when Ainge was playing there. Okay? And they wanted to keep him, but they couldn't because of the contracts in the labor union. Okay. The guy was 6'6". He had 7-foot wingspan. He had about a 38 to 42 inch vertical. Okay, he covered the floor like you wouldn't believe. He was the best defender I've ever played. He was amazing. Okay. He would let you think you were going right by him and would just jump up and slap the ball to himself off the backboard and run off, and he was a one-man fast break. Yeah. He was a decent mid-range shooter, but not the best, but he didn't have to because he was so quick, and he was finished. He was an alley-oop machine. You just got on the ball, dunk, 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 dunk. He was one of the best defenders you ever saw play basketball. He's better than Dennis Johnson. Yeah. At defending, yeah. He had longer arms than Dennis Johnson. He was taller. He was probably just as quick. Okay. But he didn't play in the NBA because he went to Cleveland State, and they had the bargaining agreements once Stern took over to get more money out of the universities and the alumni and the yada, yada, yada. So, yeah. And Cleveland State was just not in that, like New Mexico State wasn't in. And then so they had the thing, when we were watching the NBA draft, Calipari's kid was sitting there who ended up at Sacramento going, okay, I'm next. All right. And then they sit there, Toronto chooses Pascal Siakam from New Mexico State. And you can hear the kid from Kentucky, look over at Calipari and goes, who? And then Jay Billis, well, he's not very athletic, but he is. It's like, he's not very athletic. Pascal Siakam, not very athletic. I don't know what, he never saw him play. He was just reading a scouting report on somebody that was a basketball scout. It's like, he's not athletic. Pascal Siakam, not. Wow. Did you know that? Pascal, do you know you're not very athletic? We all remember Jack Nixon going, he grabbed the ball from it was like 3 feet above the rim, but not everybody is Pascal Siakam. And then when we get pressed, the other guy helping the guards get the ball past the press because he's a good ball handler is Pascal Siakam. So the guy who gave the scouting report to Jay Billis is like, okay, who did you have scout this game? Must have been a Treviso or a Kaufman or an Oliver. It definitely was not a Tasker or a Smith. Coach Smith and his wife, she goes, yeah, I know who, he's from Hobbs. I know who he is. Zeke Williams is he's very athletic, and she would say that in the scouting report because Coach Smith would know. She was also a coach. Yeah, both Smiths, the male and female. And she was a better shooter than him, and he admits it. They used to work out at the gym together, and she was a better shooter. Yeah, like Brooke Solis and the Haley kid that went to West Virginia. Yeah, the kids on the team would make fun. She's a better shooter than you. Yeah, but she's also a better shooter than you guys too. Is basically what the Haley kid would say. Yeah, she's a better shooter. Okay. Brooke Solis is a better shooter than all of us. I just happened to be dating her, right? And she was. Yeah. She was a better shooter than all three of them. She was probably a better shooter than any of the guys on the team. Okay. Maybe Ian, maybe Kevin, but Brooke probably had a little bit better shooting percentage than both of them, too. Okay. That's how good of a shooter Brooke Solis was. Girl could shoot. Yeah, she could shoot, man. Yeah, she's a good ball player. Yeah, she's a cute kid, sweet kid too. Yeah, she's a very sweet kid. It's hard on kids, okay? It's hard on them, okay? But you guys got to realize you are being trained to be an asshole, and you fall right into that asshole slot real quick, right? So don't do that. Yeah. And you're like, well, why did he get drafted? Because it was Toronto. Toronto doesn't have the same marketing agreements with the American colleges that the rest of the league does. Calipari probably went and made a deal and said, you're going to get drafted. I've worked out a deal. And Toronto's general manager said, fuck you, I'm taking the kid from Cameroon. I like him better. I think he's a better athlete, and I think he's a better person. And the guy who, and the rest is history. Not just in Toronto, but also in Indianapolis. Yeah, I think he's a better player. I think he's better. He's more athletic, and I think he's a better person. And it's not a thing. He is. Okay, the kid that Calipari had, he wasn't. He wasn't as good of a person. He wasn't as good of a ball player. Okay, Siakam Pascal is just a better person and a better ball player than that kid. Who? Me and Jordan were like, yeah. Pascal Siakam, that's who. Oh, you gonna hear his name? Oh yeah. Yeah. T.J. McConnell's grandpa is gonna be more excited. He was so excited to meet Pascal. Well, Pascal's that type of person. Yeah, people are excited to meet him. They like him. He's a really nice guy. He's a lot like Nick Johnson. Natalie's crush. Nick Johnson, dear Nick Johnson. Yeah, he's a neat kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. I like him a lot. My family's also particularly fond of, I like Ronaldo Dixon a lot. There's a lot of kids, Paul's and Marvin's kids. A lot of good kiddos. Yeah, a lot of good kiddos. I think they recruited Jabari, I think. I'm not sure. I know they did Johnny McCann's. That's why Johnny went there, because he liked the culture and the kids. And Paul and Marvin had a thing about that, that they were a family. And they were cute. Remember, we all know the story about DK's bed. Sweet old Remy Berry. Why can't I just go buy him a bed? You can't, because the NCAA rules is that, yeah, but coach, his back hurts. And you ever had to sleep on a bad bed and your back hurts? And everybody's like, well, I would swap you, buddy. It hurt my back too. And so Remy's like, well, let's just go buy him a new bed. He goes, we just can't do that. Wow. The NCAA. Yeah. Name, image, and likeness, or the Lord's Prayer? I don't think they read too good. I think the reading comprehension skills of the National Collegiate Athletic Association are right up there with New Mexico and Mississippi. And it's funny that the guy who has the best language comprehension skills in the entire United States was born and raised in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I think that's serendipity doodah. Isn't that neat? Isn't that ironic? And yeah, I really do think. Okay, guys, I love you. We'll talk later. I'm going to go take a nap. Peace out.